have here is my 1991 Toyota MR2, and I've been doing a few upgrades on it with the spare time that I've had. My bucket list was to install an updated speaker system, which I probably did about maybe 25% of that within the last couple years, but I've had some more time to work on some other stuff, so I've upgraded the tweeters and the rear speakers. So let me see if I can get in here. Alright, so I upgraded the rear speakers here. Something that doesn't seem like it would be too complicated was definitely a little bit time consuming, but made that happen. These are some speakers that I installed, Polk Audio speakers, I forget, DB series. I forget how long ago I put those in. That's probably the first audio upgrade I did. And then I also upgraded the tweeters. They're a little older. So that was one of the many upgrades that I made. After I did that upgrade, I figured, you know what, let me just not leave my my buddy here in disrepair. So we decided we were going to do some electronics upgrades, only to find out that the battery had died. So we upgraded the battery. That was the first part of the project. Then we started getting into everything. So my goal was to have, wanted to have a remote start, just for the fact that when I go play hockey at nights, it'd be a lot easier to just have the car warmed up and ready to go. So I was able to put a remote start on there. This vehicle never had an alarm, so I was able to install a car alarm. First product I did with a car alarm. A little bit nervous on that because I didn't want to mess anything up, especially having to take my car to the shop or anything. Didn't want to have to deal with that. So I was able to put in the car alarm. In addition, I thought it'd be kind of neat to do a push to start. So I was able to get a whole PKE infrastructure put in for push to start. So you can see all the wiring. I still had to finish up down there, but I was able to configure everything. It's kind of nice to actually open the door locks with a remote as opposed to a key. And let's see, push button ignition's gonna go in there. Oh yeah, and I can't forget, upgraded touchscreen radio system. Same one I have in my other car. This one had an iPod interface a while back, and that made it nice to be able to hook up a phone to the player. But these days you had to have touchscreen, and oh yeah, I mean, as I go into one upgrade, it ties to another, so I couldn't have the touchscreen without the backup camera put in place. So I was able to put the backup camera in place, and every time you start working on something, you realize what you're missing. So my trunk didn't open by itself, so I put in a trunk solenoid as well. Let me actually show you that. So everything's finally coming together, and now I have to take this puppy. Let me open this. There we go. Alright, now I need to put everything back together. So this should be fun. As you can see, the solenoid's right there. It goes into the same clip system, but it has its own separate actuator, so I was able to tie that to the car alarm and actually open everything from the remote. So as I work in putting everything back together, I'll be coming out with an updated video of what everything looks like when it's up and running, along with a few demonstrations of each of the pieces, what I worked on, and how everything works out. So we'll be following up soon with the updates. As you can see, once all the major electronic pieces are done, my MR2 could use a little bit of a paint job here, but otherwise it runs well. We're going to give it a once look over after we get everything officially put back together, and can't wait to take it out on the road and see how it performs. Alright, till next time, signing off.